Hey guys, my name is Jeremy Greiner. I'm the Senior Communications Manager with Deep Silver, and we're here today at Game Trailers to show you 3 level playthroughs of Separation, the first time seen here on Game Trailers. This first one, as you can see, is obviously a run and gun approach. We'll show a more stealthier approach when we move on a bit. That guy's taking a lot of damage right now, and obviously he just dropped to the ground. You know, Metro is all about scarcity of resources, really, really valuing what you have and not wasting. Obviously, this player right now is wasting quite a bit of ammo, and you know, when he gets to latter levels, he may find himself without what he needs to survive. See right there, if you saw those 5 spokes come out of the crosshair there, that indicates a headshot. So you always hear what you shoot, whether it tings its metal or whether it's like crunching bone. But also that crosshair is a really good indication of how much damage you're doing. He just got jacked up, so he's put in a health pack. Another guy's strafing down here, trying to take him out with his double-barrel shotgun. He's going to take a seat. So one thing you'll notice right now is guys have taken cover. They're not all running towards you in what I like to deem a Congo line. They're actually taking cover points, trying to flank, trying to find you, being very cautious with their own life and not throwing themselves right into a wall of bullets. Obviously you noticed the glass shootout there. Before you saw the concrete get all busted up. There is destruction in the game as well, which is really good when you're trying to take out an enemy behind cover. Some enemies like that one right there are heavily armored, so it's going to take a few more bullets to get this guy down to the ground.
Surround him!
As we go through this level, you're going to find various weapons that are going to help you on your way, whether it's a silenced pistol or whether it's a sniper rifle, all different kinds of weapons in the game that really help the situation and support your playstyle. See right there, those guys drop down to cover. He's going to flank around and try and get him from a better vantage point. Looks like he's about to the last guy that he needs to take out. He's hiding behind some cover there, so he's gonna shoot it and shoot him, and he is down. So when you look at Metro Last Light, this is a very atypical way of how I would play through a level. It's, I mentioned scarcity of resources before, and you really have to be cautious with how much ammo you use, because you could play through here, running gun, have all the bullets, imaginable, but then all of a sudden you get to a latter level and you have nothing left in your arsenal. So you're gonna be pretty much, up a river without a paddle. The next playthrough we're gonna go into is going to be more of a stealthy approach. So here we're gonna start a stealthy approach to combat this level. Not the run and gun style that you previously saw, but more of a conservation of ammo while still having some fun, still taking out some enemies, and really making use of light versus dark.
Right. Who knows how many more of those bastards are lurking in the shadows? All I know is we'd better find them. See anything?
So he just pulled out a silenced pistol. That'll help. Right now he's going to go up behind him and probably perform an execution. And in the game, you always have a choice of whether to knock someone out or execute them. If you guys remember the first game, Metro 2033, there were 2 endings to the game, so naturally you'd expect to see maybe something similar in Metro Last Light. So what we're doing now is we're shooting out the lights. In this post-apocalyptic world, the electrical grid really isn't that reliable, so light bulbs blow out all the time. AI will search out and try and seek what caused it at times. Sometimes they'll go to a switch box and try to fix that. You can even douse flames with water. If you notice that wristwatch on his hand right there, it tells the time of day when you're underground. When you're wearing a gas mask, it tells you how much air you have left in your filter. But also, there's a little blue indicator bar that'll light up if you are visible in light and can be seen. So you always want to keep track of that. And once you see that blue light, get the heck back into the darkness.
Some kind of monsters?
Roger. Over.
Yeah, total freaks. Jet black skin, no privates. How they reproduce, who knows? Black eyes with no whites. If one so much as looked at you, that's it. Died of pain where you stood.
So if you overheard that conversation by the guard, he was talking about the race called the Dark Ones, which are a mutant species that were pretty much misunderstood from the first game. And if you're like a story-driven FPS kind of guy, this game's for you. And going the stealthy approach, overhearing conversations, that's the way to really, you know, sink your teeth into the narrative and go deeper down the rabbit hole. So he sneaks by. He noticed that he did not get into the light because the blue did not indicate on his wristwatch.
A real tail, a little one like a puppy. They found taking her measurements at the filtration cannon. And Miguel never noticed it.
He's trying to make a decision here about how to really go ahead and not raise an alarm. You hear the footsteps, your Astros or Turtle Beaches will come in handy in this game. Surround sound is awesome. It's pretty cool. Covered his mouth there so he didn't make any noise and raise any alarms. So this is one of those heavily armored guys that takes a lot more bullets to kill, so execution is the way to go. Or just knock him out. So the lighting in the world is all almost nearly 100% dynamic. So if there's a light source, you can usually take it out to create darkness, especially underground when you're in the metro. Obviously, you can't shoot out the sun above in the open world. So he just took out that guy in the line of sight of another enemy. So now they are going to perform search patterns, try to flank, try and find where that bullet came from. Usually those headlamps are a really good indication of where they're going to come from. As you can see, he's pretty much pinned at the moment. Guy just went back down the stairs. This is one of those moments where it's really good to be playing at night in a dark room with your headset on and no one else around, because the survival horror aspect really starts to turn through and make it a really fun experience. So we just dropped that guy. He's going to move on and complete the level. So now that we've played through in both the run and gun and more stealthy style, we're going to try and do this without taking out anyone, without making any kills.
This is a fucking mess. A communist rat found in our tunnels. Is not the one I'm worried about. Right. Who knows how many more of those bastards are lurking in the shadows? All I know is we'd better find them. See anything? Let's go check the dead end out while we're at it. Just to make sure.
Typically in Metro Last Light, the developers at 4A Games have offered you 3 paths to completion at minimum. And you can usually, especially with human combat, complete it without firing a single bullet. It just takes a few playthroughs, really learning the search patterns and where the enemies are placed to start the level, and then being quite intuitive to what you're doing to the environment, what cues that you are giving the enemy to your presence. So right now he's going to attempt to do it completely silent.
Second guard exhibition.
So here's a good place to overhear some dialogue.
Every year without T-shirt, it's put me on edge.
So, they won their battle against the Dark Ones.
Sure as hell did. Damn.
Those weren't even human, were they? Some kind of monsters?
Yeah. Yeah, total freaks. Jet black skin, no privates. How they reproduce, who knows? Black eyes with no whites. If one so much as looked at you, that's it. Died of pain where you stood.
So now what we're going to do is use darkness as our best ally. Typically in this game, stealth is your best defense. Oh, be careful.
He started bullshitting her about getting married, probably to get some freebies off her. So, one day, the stupid bitch showed up at one of our border posts.
If you're one of the guys that likes to go about things stealthily or run and gun, this game really supports that. Just like Metro 2033, it has station cities, and there are vendors that you can approach and use your military-grade ammunition to purchase upgrades to your weapons. So if you're a run and gun guy, perhaps you're going to want an extended clip. If you're a stealthy guy like this, maybe a silencer. But everything's there to really support your playstyle and get you through the game.
You're a disgrace to the uniform. You'll punish the bitch.
Sleep deprivation does play its tricks.
Hey, lad, don't kill me. But what's a man to do? Just have to kill, beat the girl to death with the broom.
What the?
So someone thought they saw something, so they just kind of triggered that, and they're going into what we call a mild search state. The AI has all different kinds of states of awareness. They will do search patterns, retreat, surrender, call for help, raise alarms. It's much improved over 2033, and I think you'll have a great time. Metro Last Light ships on May 14th here in North America for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC.